battles. Gun battle.
Now, I'm afraid we're going to leave that report there and go straight to Tehran, because we are hearing from the Iranian President Hassan Rouhani after that historic agreement in those nuclear talks on Iran's nuclear program. Let's listen in. Now, we are waiting to get a translation into English, which we're expecting any second now, as we wait to hear the reaction from Iran's President Hassan Rouhani, giving his thoughts the day after.
These days we are commemorating the Prophet's daughter, and next week we will be celebrating her birthday. Today is a day which will be recorded in the Iranian nation's memory. It's a day that I believe is a day for gratification and thanking the great nation of Iran. Our people showed persistence, resistance, steadfastness, and took another step towards reaching their long-term national objectives. I must thank all of the Iranian people who in these recent years, in order to safeguard their national interests and rights, they showed resistance, and they will keep resisting in the future, and they will keep moving on this path. I'm very grateful to the Iranians. The Iranian government, from the onset, had made promises to the people, and we have continuously tried to keep our promises within the framework of our national demands and interests. One of the promises made by the government was to keep our centrifuges in operation, but also the wheel of our economy and the day-to-day economic life and livelihoods of our people be also moving and rolling. And these two have to be going together. This objective is much closer today compared to the previous months, weeks, or even days. After my government was formed, in the first 100 days of my office, the government took the very first step in this direction and reached a temporary agreement regarding the nuclear issues with our negotiation counterparts, that is the 5+1. And since then, we have been trying to take the second step. This step, after months of effort, especially in the past few days, reached a conclusion last night. We have now taken the second step. In this second step, we will have the safeguard, the protection of our nuclear rights, together with the removal and the lifting of the sanctions, as well as constructive cooperation and interaction with the world. And all of these three are very important to us. Within the framework which was reached last night, this means that in the deal ahead of us, which will be the third step, and we are hopeful that by the end of June we managed to take this third step. This third step will be the final agreement, and the fourth step to be taken afterwards in the following weeks, or maybe a bit more than that, will be the implementation of the finalized deal. Within the framework which was achieved last night, the 5+1 countries have agreed to Iran's right to enrich within its own territory. So what they have been saying up to then, that Iran enriching uranium in Iran would be a threat to the international community. Now they have accepted that this is not a threat. And let me be clear about this, that enriching and all of the nuclear technology that we possess is merely for developing Iran. This enrichment and this technology is not against any country, whether they are in the region, in our region, or in the world. And today, the world has acknowledged that Iran is following its peaceful objectives, is pursuing its peaceful objectives, and within this framework, our facility in Iraq will be active with a more modern technology. Fordo facility that some believed would be shut forever, it will be functioning forever. More than 1,000 centrifuges will be operating in Fordo, and other technological activities will be carried out there. Based on this framework, all sanctions, financial, economic, banking sanctions, will be lifted as soon as the operation, the deal is implemented. On the day the deal is reached, all 6 UN sanctions resolutions against Iran will be lifted. And from the day we reach the deal, new cooperations, both in the nuclear section and in other sections as well, will be commenced, and therefore we will open a new chapter in our relations. Therefore, within this framework ahead of us, we will see that the approach, the attitude adopted by my government has worked. Our attitude, our approach was that in today's world, threatening others is worthless, pressurizing others is worthless, and everybody must be looking for a win-win deal, an accord which benefits everybody, mutual respect, mutual interests, and achieving common objectives for everybody. Some people that we should either be at war with the whole world or we must capitulate. We believe that neither is the right way. There is a third path. We can cooperate with the world. Of course, some say that negotiations have worked because of the pressure from the sanctions, but they themselves know that this is baseless. Their sanctions were not aiming to bring us to the negotiation table. They introduced sanctions to make us capitulate, to make us surrender, but when they saw that was impossible and they were faced with a united, steadfast, courageous nation, then they said the sanctions were aimed at encouraging negotiations. But we were talking to the world even before the sanctions, even while the sanctions were in place. So the approach of my government was that if the others respect us and refrain from threatening us, they will be respected as well. We would respect them as well. And today, they have realized this, that Respect must be mutual as opposed to threats, sanctions, and pressures. And this is the achievement of this attitude, this approach, and vindicates our approach. And the second point is that whatever we achieved, this step that we have taken so far, this has been due to concord and diplomacy, and step by step, especially last week, there has been not a single day in which we didn't consult with experts and with other officials. We have always benefited from the guidelines of our supreme leader, and our leader has generously advised us and helped the government and the negotiating team. So I would like to thank our supreme leader and the head of the Iranian judiciary and the legislative body for their help to take these steps, and we will be still in need of their support, not just in the nuclear issue, but for all aspects of governing our country. We need our leaders' guidance and other officials as well, and support from our nation as well. Of course, all of this has been made possible thanks to the blessings bestowed upon us by God Almighty. At every stage, the spirits of our Prophet and his descendants have helped us and guided us. Our path is the right path. Today, our nation has showed the world that despite the pressures in the previous presidential elections, they had a massive turnout, and they showed their resilience, and after the elections as well, in all aspects of their social life, they've been very present, and they have helped us overcome the hurdles. Right now, I would like to mention a few points. First of all, in the nuclear talks, whatever we told the world, whatever we promised, or whatever we will promise, we will honor those pledges. The world must know that we do not intend to cheat. We will keep our promises, of course, promises within the framework of our national interests, and we will honor these pledges, provided that the other side honors their promises as well. So far, and also in the future, for the final agreement, it will be a balanced agreement. If the other side honors its pledges, Iran will do so as well. If one day they want to take another path, then the Iranian nation will also have other options. The second point, our nuclear talks is the first step towards constructive interaction with the world. It's not just about the nuclear issue. It's not that we have raised this nuclear issue to talk about it with the world, and once this is dealt with, this is over. Actually, this is the first step towards a constructive cooperation and interaction with the world. In today's world, development, progress, and security in the region and in the world is not possible without cooperation and coordination. And we are pursuing this with all countries which have a will to respect the Iranian nation and deal with the Iranian nation within the framework of mutual interest, and we would extend the hand of friendship towards these countries. We will improve the countries with whom we already have good relations. We want better relations with those countries with whom at the moment we have tense relations. If there is tension or even hostility with some other countries, we are seeking to end these hostilities. Without doubt, cooperation and interaction will be to the benefit of everybody. And the final point is that the people, our people, we have taken a step on the path to remove obstacles in our foreign relations, and we must now take further steps. My government is committed to remove obstacles towards people's economic activities. So today we are extending our hands towards economic actors and all of the Iranian nation. Today we need economic prosperity, more employment, higher employment levels, improving our non-oil, non-petroleum exports, and in order to improve the material and moral lives of our people, my message to the Iranian nation today is a message of gratification, of gratefulness, and further cooperation in order to improve our social relations, more concord and more coordination. And today we have named this as the year of elections, and I hope that all of us can benefit from the conditions that, with the support and the help of God Almighty, are better. These conditions are better than the previous conditions, and we can walk on the way of more grandeur for our great nation. And I would like to thank everybody who has made an effort in taking these steps, especially our foreign minister, the nuclear negotiation team, the head of the Iranian National Atomic Energy Agency and his team, the legal team, and everybody who has made an effort in this regard, especially in the past few days. And from the beginning of my government up until now, I'm thankful to all of you, both on my behalf and also on behalf of the Iranian great nation, and I hope you will continue to benefit from the support of our nation and our great supreme leader in order to make and reach the final success.
Well, there's Hassan Rouhani, the Iranian president. We were thinking we might get some questions in this news conference, but we're not entirely sure. It seems that he might be about to leave. But there we are, about 20 minutes or so of his reaction to the Iranian nuclear framework deal agreed in Lausanne last night. But ending that